Yeah, nah, baby.
Yeah, Malik. Damn, Malik. Damn, Malik. Damn, Malik.
Damn, nah, baby.
Damn,
Damn,
Malik.
nah, baby.
You got your camera on, you know, sir. So now, video,
If you got your camera on, get it on, baby.
It's Jake Elliott
You got your
ready
camera
to
on
get this one kicked off.
And
off we go from the link.
Just because you put your camera down and it's black, don't mean your camera
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
No, I said your camera on video, you can put it flat down like I've done on video.
To the line for first down.
You said, what about that nigga me? Nobody been better? All right, man, first down.
To the air right away is Hurts. He's got the 20-21 line. That's Devontae Smith. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to think about
On first down, it's Hurts. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Goddard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 5.
You go finish line every other fucking day.
Andy, you're like next to the fucking Iris.
You know, Kimani, I said this earlier. I quite really said.
Get you onto the fucking car, nigga.
Bitch.
This is only fucking hard.
It's the group we all too, man. You lying now, bitch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. To the end zone there, but
that was a tough
it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goddard, that time. And third down coming up.
Well, you shut your line, dude.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley.
Put the jazz up, put the jazz, put the jazz, put the jazz, put the jazz.
Fourth down coming up.
So you shut your ass and what's your name, dude? Just over there.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts.
See, I'm not doing it.
Incomplete.
Yeah, he did drop my pass. I'm going to lose my phone.
They'll wind up giving the ball
Yeah,
over.
line ass, man. Push ass, man. Say something else gonna do it.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
You didn't go for voice acting. I ain't hear a lie you said.
Here's second and 6.
You got voice acting. I ain't hear a lie you said. Why is so much? Hold on. Why is so much laughter going on like a lie was said?
That's caught. Saquon Barkley. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Hilarious.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play past
Well,
defensive division.
it.
It's exactly what it is here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as we'll take this forward to the 27.
All right, that's how I too. You down, dude? All right, brother.
This old nigga got straight bullshit down. He got 4 nights, 4 blocks.
So we've come to the end of a fairly
Look, I'm trying to figure out when the last time
opening
played
quarter. Nothing
Yeah,
yet
well.
on the scoreboard.
Job well.
And we're back in Philly in a
And
moment.
I know the nigga get on the game straight play.
Shut your line ass up.
Shut your non-ass up. Okay.
man quit the fucking game.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of the defense.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Hurts now from the gun. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. It connects on the deep shot. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
What are you talking about?
So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Right to the air, it's Hurts. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, Britton Covey. And look at this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And now it's 2nd down. Hurts to throw. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. No one around. He's got space. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down, a run with Barkley. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles get the football on the 1st turnover of the contest. And just like that, a very run-focused drive comes to an end that time with an interception.
You know, a lot of times, Kate, when you're finding success running it on a drive, it's because the defense is just waiting for you to throw it. And that's where they're prepared at the time. Sure enough, it's not a rush that dooms them, but a pass and an interception.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect.
Brought in inside the 20. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. And he misses the point after, so this stays a 6-point game. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Covey now to return this. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Getting out to his left. He's on the move. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now off play action. They try to trick play, but it's blown up. That's going to be a sack. Great work by the defense.
A loss of 10 yards brings up 4th down.
Nah, it don't matter. I'll do it. I'll roll it and put it in there. I had thought about that.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred.
I really got to make that big like that. You know that big will put us on the map.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Chased out to his right. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
I would really concentrate on this.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And this throw is knocked away, incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So it's 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Big gain downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Pick, bro. Stop fucking playing. That's fucking home. Go. Go. Why you get caught by this nigga?
They're tackled after a stellar return. Following the interception, they're going to take it at their 40.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
On first down, Hurts. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Eagles might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Nah, damn it.
Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
So, let me see.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Yeah, and then it's capital K, the accent.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going play action. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. The QB just nailed it. You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
They send a man in motion. Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Easy.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Eagles bring this back inside the 10-yard line before going down. Now, in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting a throw of some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
Buys time, rolling right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. His third total score of this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again.
My boy, just quit, my boy.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate.
Just quit. Do us a favor. Do me and you a favor.
You're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it,
Let's hurry up and do me and you a favor, my boy. Quit.
That much more.
Kickoff taken at the 3. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that return right near the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Barkley's got it. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a pre...
And they pick him off again! Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. I think it's safe to say, Brock, this defense isn't just trying to defend a lead. They are trying to eliminate all doubt. And to that end, a big play to take that interception back for 6.
I think it's very easy for fans to see when an offense goes dormant and conservative and plays it safe. But defenses fight the same challenge, Cade, and kudos to that defensive coordinator. Don't be reckless, but this defense has earned the right to be aggressive.
Now the Eagles will attempt another 2-point conversion. They'll try it on the ground. And he is in for the score. We may not see them kick ever again, partner. They're now 3 for 3 on 2-point tries today. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Covey now to return this. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. No, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Toss play to Barkley. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before.
And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This is taken in at the 13. And he only gets to around the 15 before being brought down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's a loft deep down the middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Escapes out to the left. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete, and that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Eagles football, and they'll look for points here, but might be too little too late in a lopsided 4th quarter. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
He probably going to do the same thing on me,
On 4th down, Hurts. Flushed out now to his left. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You got that, bro. You'll wait till you finish with the Bible study for the 2K, or when you ready?
Because I'm not speaking this time, so I spoke all the others.
I think it's joined already. The only thing about that controller, you gotta keep like if you stay still, it might. You gotta do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really only at the Bible study for this. I was only really at the Bible study right now because
Okay. we do this shit when it's me and you?
It should be quick play.
Yeah.
DQ. It's current. We going current?
Oh yeah.
It can be current. Let's go.
Okay, you ain't even got to fill it yet. Anyway.
Nah.
So might as well stay current. Oh, tripping. With it. I'm just looking at the center. I ain't even looking at the team. I'm looking for one person. I'm all about to try them, but I ain't feeling try them. You got 8. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I come on and see what's the name, bro. I'm tripping. I know who I'm looking for. See if I can beat you out of them, or I'm gonna try this. I'm looking for what team do I know? Oh, I keep passing it, ain't it? That's why. Who their center is?
They draw mix-ups. Should be either Sun Gun and Steven Adams, or Sun Gun and
Sun Gun? That okay. What the team is?
Rockets.
Rockets. Stop playing, man. I gotta turn this light down, bro. I think this shit bothering me. How the fuck you?
Oh, say does that star-spangled... Well, Shams, we knew franchise values were skyrocketing, but then the Lakers sell for $10 billion with a B, $10 billion.
This new group taking over is exceedingly deep-pocketed as well, BA, and those resources may help this team continue to be the league's flagship franchise.
League's in a very healthy spot right now, no question.
That's for sure, and these prices with teams are just going to continue to go up.
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Hachimura at power forward with Ayton in center. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2, and it's James in at the small forward position. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
Thompson scanning the floor. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
And here's Doncic. Oh, you look at his scoring average of 34.5 points a game. Very impressive. Oh, he touched it while it was over the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. And it's Houston's ball. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
And Shams, you're on TV probably more than ever. Is that challenging? I mean, how often do you have to shave every day?
Yeah, B.A., I always got to be camera ready. And in season, particularly with the Luka Doncic trade, that happened so late at night that I knew at 11 p.m. Central Time I had to be ready. And for me, of course, interacting with my sources and getting information is one thing, but being TV ready, being ready to be on camera, it keeps me busier than ever. I know I have to be ready 24/7, 365.
You always look good, Sean. You're always ready for TV, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be like you, man.
Doncic grabs the miss. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. I asked him what lessons he's learned from studying tape on Luka Doncic, and Coach told me, well, one thing is you can't force him into anything. Luka plays at the pace that he wants to play at and goes where he wants to go on the floor. But we can try and take away his options, and that should present some obstacles for him. Brian?
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in, didn't let it go awry.
James against Durant. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
And the one thing you hear about in hoop circles, the weak link theory. You familiar, Shams?
Yeah, you know, it's an idea that to win nowadays, you can't have a weak link for the other team to expose. You need guys that can play both ends of the floor, guys that can play defense, guys that can also spread the floor, that aren't a liability on either end of the floor. So we saw that in the NBA Finals, two teams clearly stacked with guys who play both ends.
Stolen by Ayton. James against Şengün. Nice move. And it's Hachimura missing. The Rockets have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Durant. James with the rebound.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Doncic. Lets the three fly. The shot, no good. And here's Thompson. They'll bring it up for Houston. Durant, the pass to Okogie. No good with the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Here's James. Doncic outside. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And here's Reeves outside. The Lakers with another miss.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the night. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
You see it on front of
Making some changes. Steven Adams checked in for Şengün. Tate comes in for Smith. And it's Shepard in for Okogie. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Hayes is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. Laravia is checked in for LeBron. And Smart subbed in for Reeves. Shams, we've heard Commissioner Silver suggest that with the global audience for the game, team market sizes matter less to free agents.
For most players, it's about winning, and secondarily, where they'd like to live. And the financial aspect of market size is not as relevant as it once was. Money still does talk.
That might be one of the biggest changes in the game over the last few decades.
BA, you can win and succeed anywhere.
Rockets lead by 3. Pass to Tate. Here's the 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, guys. The Lakers going out and acquiring superstar talent. Luka Doncic. LeBron James said, everything I do on the floor, Doncic has the ability to do it or even do it better. That's how great he is. Even at his young age, he's such a unique, special player. A generational talent. Back over to you guys.
They're happy to have him. Allie, appreciate the report. Houston with another miss. Lakers trail by 3. Hayes finds Doncic to stop the drought. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Pulls it from 20. Tate grabs the board.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
An open look for Durant. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
And that's a foul called on Jayshawn Tate. So that'll be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And this will be his third and fourth free throws of the game here.
The key to their victory last time out was his success at the stripe. I think it was the difference in the game. In a close game, when you knock down those kinds of points at the stripe, that decides a game oftentimes. And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Smart for 3. They get it back. Here's Vanderbilt. From deep, here's Doncic. Sends it home from three-point land. Doncic has got 6.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
That's the end of the first quarter, and not much scoring. It remains close. The Lakers on top, leading by a point. And the... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively. And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Austin Reeves out there with Marcus Smart. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Jackson Hayes. And it's Arabia in at the small forward positions. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2KTV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
Kleber outside. Pass to Smart. Oh, Smart drives. Just 4 to shoot. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Rockets trail by 6. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Houston.
First team foul. In for Houston, number 7.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Luka Doncic.
And I think the grind of the season has caught up to him a little. You can see it in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a dive. He appears to be wearing down. Maybe he can get his legs back under him today.
Back to Durant. Five on the clock. Here's Sengun. And Sengun, throw it down.
Turkish thunder. Sengun tasting the sauce up top.
The Lakers lead by 4. All right, Chums, I got to ask you a personal question here. Screen time, that pops up on your cell phone. When your phone gives you that usage report, I assume that daily average is in double digits?
Yeah, I haven't looked. I don't want to look, to be honest. I'm clearly a power user, that's for sure. I would be ashamed of the screen time I have. Speaking of which, do we have any outlets here at the desk? Can I charge my phone right now? Oh, wait, it's right here. Never mind. I gotta be it.
The Shams carbon footprint. It's impressive. We gotta get our news, though. And Houston making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Ayton, he's checked in for Kleber. And Doncic has subbed in for Smart. And Houston making a change here. Smith's checked in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Thursday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
In that game against the Rockets, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Here's what Los Angeles is going with right now. Hachimura's checked in for Hayes. LeBron comes in for Larabia. And Connect subbed in for Reeves.
Well, Sengun has a variety of moves he can turn to in the post. I love that about his game. Keeps defenders off balance and oftentimes in a bad way.
And Shams, you're always ready to break a story. Is there ever a chance for you to unplug?
Late summer is when things are quietest, that mid-August through September Labor Day window. That's usually the best moment to get off the grid. But BA, you never know in today's NBA when things could happen. And that could be in the summer too.
Yeah, you're always ready. I know that about you. You're a workhorse. Always ready.
And attacking with reckless abandon. Somehow Thompson able to get through.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Smart passes to Hachimura. It's hauled in by Houston. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. Thompson outside. Houston working the ball around. Sengun. And Sengun throw it down.
Hey, he's one of the best on the offensive glass, so you got to get a body on Şengün.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. That's game 3 of 5 on their current trip away from home. Can they get it? Back to James. Pass to Doncic. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
They obviously had a plan coming into this game. They've been utilizing intense defensive pressure to force lots of turnovers.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Steven Adams checked in for Şengün. And Okogie is subbed in for Shepherd. Here's Hachimura. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Yeah, hard to discourage Hachimura out of his rhythm right there. I mean, he is powerfully put together.
Here's Durant. Durant earning those 2 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
Matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, B.A. Thank you.
Man, as always, Chums with some great stuff there. I'll tell you what, this guy knows all when it comes to the NBA.
No doubt, Shams is the guy when you're looking for the inside scoop. So well connected and respected around the league.
You know, Jackson Hayes, a rim-running center with explosive athleticism.
Yeah, he's a constant lob threat. I mean, plays well above the rim. He sets solid screens. He's got pretty good feet, so he's able to get out of his screens quickly, rebounds, protects the paint. I mean, he plays his role at a high level, and he's shot over 70% from the field multiple times in his young career.
Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Houston in the lead. Pass to Thompson. He shoots a 3. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Now to Hachimura. Throws it up high. 8. No good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason.
And that became a glaring need as we saw in their first-round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, BA. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
Back to James. LeBron at full speed. Here's James on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Gets a hand on it. Outside Reeves. Pass to James. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now Vincent. 4-3. Here's Hachimura. Vincent outside. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Thompson fires from way outside. And so it's the Houston Rockets leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their entire defense is designed to stop LeBron right now, and that's been effective. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everyone, as we... Yeah, they're going right at the defense, in a way, daring them to foul. So far, it's working for them.
I love the energy they're playing with, forcing that D to bend his will.
And circling back to the first half, what a... And that is going to do it for us.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a...
What you mean, how your defense set up? I'm pressing at full right now, and I'm not trying to do that. It's automatically going.
Oh.
But I think I did something.
Oh, hold on. Go back.
Great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Los Angeles ball.
Thompson against Doncic. Doncic on the take. That one goes in. Doncic has got 8 points.
The speed, savvy, and strength combination of Doncic, really difficult to defend.
Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Josh Okogie is out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the center position, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Success hasn't changed Austin Reeves' underdog mentality. He said it doesn't shift at all. There's a good majority of people that probably still don't think that I'm that good. It's a common theme for my life. What pushed me to get here are the people who doubted me. I always have to keep that in mind. Guys, back to you.
Keeps that chip on his shoulder. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Reeves. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Tries the spin move. Here's Durant. Misses off the right iron.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Reeves with the ball. And it's Şengün picking him up. Doncic passes to Reeves. Kicks it to Doncic. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. One guy you can neither speed up nor slow down. That's Luka Doncic.
Yeah, B.A. He completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Green comes in for Durant, and it's Shepard in for Amin Thompson. The Lakers also with a sub. Laravia's checked in for Hachimura. First one falls for him. Well, Clark, the Luka trade is perhaps the most shocking in NBA history. What was your initial reaction?
Oh, I was surprised, just like everybody else, B.A. I don't know anybody who wasn't surprised about it. You think about Luka and how he has produced in his time in the NBA. He appeared to be the face of the franchise for the Mavericks. But apparently there was some concern about his defensive effort and also perhaps his conditioning level not being where it needed to be for him to continue to play at the level he's been playing at.
Lakers trail by 4. Here's James. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Shepard. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
If you're looking for the game's next great shooter, keep an eye on Shepard. This kid is special.
Luka with a good look inside.
Using his handles to shake himself free, and it's smooth sailing from there.
Pass to Green. The ball's knocked loose. On the wing, Green. Here's Shepard for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. James with the ball, guarded by Smith. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Total mix-up right there. They need to get on the same page, in fact.
Houston leading by 4. Here's Shepard. Here's Şengün. And Reeves pulls it down. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Laravia. Now Doncic. The 3. They get it back. LaRavia with it. Working on Green. 6 to shoot. Here's James. No luck on that one. Green with the defensive effort. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Lakers trail by 6. Tipped out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And here are some of the best rebounders at the point guard spot from this year's rookie class. Second, Luka Doncic. Third is Amen Thompson.
And even if rebounding isn't a point guard's top priority, a lot of the great ones in NBA history were productive on the boards.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no coincidence. The ability to have an impact everywhere on the floor, not just on the perimeter. I think that's what separates a lot of the great point guards from the good ones. It's not his night, but his teammates that picked him up.
James outside. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want to...
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
What a slam. Come on, Jabari Smith Jr. Don't do him like that.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected K? Houston leading by 8. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that was going to hit his head on the rim one day.
Oh. Down low. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Thompson. Looking to get it going. Katie jams it straight down.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Thinking. You come with shit.
Actually, you know what? Well, first.
Okay. I got somebody from. Oh. Since you went for him there and see, I'm gonna you gonna have to come. You gonna have to come face the boy. Nah. Yeah.
Oh, drugging?
Mm-mm. No, this nigga.
Shay?
No, but never mind. I thought, so where's, I thought what's the name was the center for them, but it's not. Holmgren, not the center for them. Holmgren. I know what I'm about to do. It's okay. I'm about to flip the game up and make sure that Wembanyama pay. I'm finna make sure Wembanyama pays.
Pays what?
You gonna see. What happened?
I don't know. I should have bet like that.
Alright, let go. Go back to him. I probably did a mistake on him. Watch this shit.
seen no shit like this before. You ain't never seen nothing like this before.
You gonna put her at the 4?
Yeah. You ain't never seen nothing like this. We're gonna make sure I'm gonna pay. These are cheat code, bro. Ain't everybody in 2K be trying to play with this nigga. You playing for money and shit on that thing. So I stopped playing that shit. But you gotta make him pay. I should have picked what's the name for him? No, 76ers. Joel.
Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, and roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Fox and Castle are their guards. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. And it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Boy, that's a big-time finish by Isaiah Hartenstein. This guy a better athlete than you think.
Well, it's hard to see OKC doing what they did last year without Hartenstein.
I would argue, Kevin, one of the biggest free agent signings in that particular offseason. Hartenstein fills a role as important as any on the team. He can facilitate offense. He's a rim protector, a dominant rebounder. You talk about a plug-and-play guy, that's Isaiah.
And the speed of the Aaron Fox. Wow. G.A., he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Barnes outside. 2 points. That one goes.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
SGA looking it over. Outside, Dort. Holmgren finds Williams. Back to Holmgren. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Taken away by Williams.
Oh my goodness, J-Dub deep in his bag on that dunk.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Knicks in New York. Barnes outside. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Shoots over Holmgren. Wembanyama, no good. Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Dort misses. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. Coach said they need to stop Fox from dribble driving as he can dismantle a defense if he gets inside. He told me the problem with Fox is he's just so fast. You can't slow him down with just one guy. So Coach wants his help defenders alert and within range to help when needed. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now, here's Dort. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Back to Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Oh, my goodness. With authority, I say Hartenstein.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Switch here. Wallace is checked in. The Spurs also changing it up. Champagne's checked in, and it's Harper in for Vassell. And Craig, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
San Antonio again turning it over. The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scores in the NBA over the last month. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is second.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
The Thunder lead by 7. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Kessel. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Nailed from three-point land.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
It's stolen by Williams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Castle. Back to Fox. The Thunder pull it in, and we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Now here's Waltz. Hasn't made one yet. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul.
And I know they're not happy with the way they've been turning the ball over here.
And the Thunder with some changes. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for the Spurs. Johnson comes in for De'Aaron Fox. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Harper. Banked in off the glass.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Williams passes to Wiggins. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's Castle, following the score by Oklahoma City. On the wing, Johnson. Outside Harper, 5 on the clock. Going inside, and Harper slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the...
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
They got Aaron Wiggins. Mason Wallace is out there with Richmond. Then it's Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Alexander said, well, me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me, and those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face. Back to you.
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. George, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. You like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
Sohan inside. Olasada. A nice shot by Sohan.
And I like how agile Sohan is inside. He just looks for those subtle ways to beat.
And it's Wiggins missing. Spurs trail by 10. Cornette passes to Sohan. Cornette kicks to Vassell. A three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
Misses the three. The Thunder lead by 10. Over in the corner, George. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vassell. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll head back home to host the Washington Wizards. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks.
And you know for that matchup with Oklahoma City, this is what the fans have been wanting to see. Two of the best teams in the league duking it out, and you know whoever gets the win is going to be viewed as the team to beat.
Williams is checked in for the Thunder. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Champagne's checked in. Mbenyama comes in for Sohan. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for Johnson. And the rejection by Mbenyama. To the inside. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Oklahoma City leading by 8. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Marquis.
There's the double team with George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
A young, exciting team. Okay, thank you, Shams.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Pass to Champagnie. Lets it go from deep. Mitchell with the steal. Here's Wiggins, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. From 20 feet out, the shot by Williams, no good.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Fox passes to Champagnie. They double him with Wiggins. Here's Castle to the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Makes it off the glass. Wembanyama has got 4 points this quarter.
and standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Here's Holmgren. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
And the Thunder with some changes. Williams is checked in for Chet Holmgren. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Spurs trail by 8. Wembanyama with it. Now SGA defending. And it's Sohan missing.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Wiggins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. San Antonio's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Vassell kicks to Johnson. Pass to Sohan. With the drive, and the dunk by Sohan.
And Sohan loves cutting to the basket. He's so good at it, at breaking down the defense.
Here's Williams. That one's in, his first shot this game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Wembanyama passes to Johnson. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game. 41 seconds left in the first half. Johnson finds Sohan. Stolen by Torch.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Spurs trail by 10. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And that one's good. Wembanyama.
He's been a marksman this period. Their shot mechanics finally in sync.
Here's Williams. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, you see SGA and the strides he's making as a playmaker. This guy is so good, on point with his reads.
Three-pointer, Fox. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Oklahoma City going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break.
And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back.
Taking a closer look at that first half now, you really got to give it up for what Chet Holmgren is doing out there. And that is our...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the court for San Antonio. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. And it's Fox in at the point guard position. Williams' shot is off.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
And DB, you watch how the Thunder play defense. Great rim protection.
Kevin, this philosophy is all about taking away the paint first. If the ball is in the paint, sharks are in the water.
Fox finds Castle. Plays it up and takes it in. Castle's got the first bucket of the third here for the Spurs.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you will actually and at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back to you.
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. Vassell, wide open. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Holmgren with it, now guarded by Fox. And stolen by Wembanyama. Barnes passes to Vassell. Barnes kicks to Fox. For three, Vassell. Thunder with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead early. Holmgren outshot. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Pass to Williams. Back to Hartenstein. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And even 3-on-3 break. Barnes passes to Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And SGA has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They lead by 7. Here's Hartenstein. Off target from outside. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Barnes. The kick out to Fox. Gassel against Dort. Pass to Vassell. Now, here's Fox. Launches it. Vassell overpass to Barnes. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And teams are always looking for positional signs. Doris, where is that most valuable?
If you look across the league today, Kevin, it's at every single position. Size and skill as a combination is very tough to beat. And teams are getting bigger and more skilled across positions now. Well, you see Hartenstein using both the size and the strength to his advantage. Nicely done.
Johnson double team. And hustling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Wallace finds Hartenstein. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 5 rebounds tonight. They need this one. Wembanyama fighting for it.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Dort, he's checked in for Cason Wallace. And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Number 1, the Thunder.
Boy, they've been hot. You love to see this kind of offensive execution.
Outside, Fox. Block. That one goes careening off the glass.
Long second one with that 7'6" wingsman. Can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Spurs trail by 7. Wembanyama on the attack. Nice fit with the layup off the mark. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Boy, that little bump is not going to be a problem for Isaiah Hartenstein. This guy's going to finish right through it.
San Antonio with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Clock at 6. Johnson, the pass to Wembanyama. Johnson kicks to Fox. And the foul call on Victor Wembanyama. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Spurs with some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Barnes. And it's Harper in for Fox. SGA passes to Holmgren.
Oh, Mr. Holmgren letting you know and letting you hear about it.
Spurs trail by 11. There's the double team with Dort. Pass to Cornett. Johnson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. San Antonio again missing. On the wing, Gilgis Alexander.
Read in front my face. Let me just quit it. That's your ass. That was great. We had like 2 or 3 people watching us too. We just said, well, they can't see us. Probably better. We got to watch that. Go ahead and You done with Bobby John? Yeah. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do.